Hey, welcome back to BeerFormers. This is our 51st episode. The last one we're going to film in 2025 and air in 2025. So we're so glad that you guys are here to watch this with us and stuck with us. We are six, as of this filming, 6 away from having 400 subscribers. So please keep hitting all those buttons. Like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, and neighbors about us, whatever. Subscribe, help us out. Let's keep growing this channel, having fun doing it. So last episode 50, we did a little something special because Noelle wanted to highlight my table over there that has the slot car and train set on it.
That's pretty cool.
So for our last episode that we're going to film for 2025, we're going to finish our Combiners series that we started off way back when, because there's so many of them.
So he can finally put the glass back on the case.
I can finally shut that case so we can move on to a different case. This is the last of the G1 regular size combiners. There are some MicroMaster combiners that only came out in Japan originally, and I have those, but we're not going to consider those because those were Japanese exclusives. We'll do those eventually. But the very last G1 combiner is also not one of the Scramble City style that we've been talking about all the time. So one more time, combiners are transformers that can merge together to form a larger figure. And the vast majority of them that came out during Generation 1 were the ones that were what the Japanese dubbed the Scramble City style, which was they had a larger central figure who was usually the leader of the group, and the 4 figures that become the limbs all had the same style and method of combining, where they had like a squarish head that fit into a square socket, and they were interchangeable. So any arm could be a leg and vice versa, and you could even swap between different factions or whatever. You could have Autobots be part of a Decepticon combiner, you name it. But this very last one that we're doing today is not the last one that came out. The last one that came out was Predacons we did a while back. That was of that Scramble City style. This one came out in 86, 87. I'll correct that on the screen once I do my
So, junior high.
Yes.
In junior high. You were in high school.
This is the set of Decepticons who all turned into animals and gave their name to a whole other set of evil Transformers that came out during the Beast Wars. We are talking tonight about Predaking.
Ooh, that's a great name.
Yeah.
Predaking.
So Predaking is the combiner of the Predacons, who are the faction of Decepticons who all their alt modes are wild animals. All right. This is what kind of spawned, I think, this idea that people for years go like, why didn't the Dinobots combine? Well, because the Dinobots were ever made as combiners. They were eventually in the Power of the Primes. They finally made a Dinobot set that could combine into Volcanicus. But prior to that,
a good name too.
these guys were like the ones that could do that. You know, that were like that size. Because these guys are big, as you can tell. I mean, I wish I had like the regular ones, but the other combiners are probably like this. Each one of these figures is as big as my hand, whereas the other ones are like maybe as big as a finger, if you recall, right? So these guys are big, and they combine in a way that's kind of a hybrid between Scramble City and kind of their own way. Like the 2 guys on the shoulders, they have a squarish peg that fits in there to be able to fit them on their arms. But the 2 guys below, they have their own method of combining with the center guy. And the center guy is not any bigger than the rest. That's one other thing that makes him different. But all in all, it's a very imposing looking figure here.
Yeah, let's see how heavy he is.
He's got a lot of die-cast metal on him. He's one of the
very heavy.
He's one of those last ones that still have a lot of die-cast in him.
What do you think that is, like 3 or 4 pounds?
Oh yeah, easily. So Predaking was kind of like, he was like the super warrior for the Decepticons. In many ways, he's probably even like, characterized as being more of like just a force of nature than even Devastator. Devastator gets the most play in all the media because, he's like the first combiner for the Decepticons. But this guy was just known for like, as soon as he formed Predaking, you were in
Lights
for it.
out.
Yeah, you were in for it.
Okay.
But there's lots of setups. There's lots of cool pictures out there on the internet that are from comic books like that, where it's like Predaking fighting either Omega Supreme or the Dinobots or whatever, because he's just that big and bad of a guy there, right? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to our normal thing where you start doing it. Who are you going to start with?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll start with the left arm.
Okay.
Well, first I'm just going to
the one thing I want to talk about here,
ground.
He's got a sword. All these guys came with swords.
Yeah.
My Predaking is kind of incomplete. I only have one sword. Every one of these guys had their own sword.
So can you 3D print some new swords?
I can maybe try to see if the files out there exist and maybe print some swords, or I try to track them down and pay extra for the prices. But I have one sword, which is all he's ever shown us having anyway. So you just picked whatever sword you kind of wanted, and that went in. But it looks almost like a little gladius, like a little tiny short sword in his hand. But we're going to pull that out and set it aside. So what I'm talking about. All the swords were bronze colored like that.
Okay.
So he's going to kind of pull them out.
Oh,
there you go.
Okay.
Perfect. Yep. The first guy you got here is Rampage.
Oh, okay.
Rampage is a tiger. So you want to take his fist out. This one's a little harder because you got to kind of separate the legs a little bit to kind of pull the fist out.
Like that?
Yeah, you kind of wiggle it out.
You do.
Yeah.
They can't. You need a partner to do that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
Right now I'm going to make him do a tiger.
yeah, Rampage is a tiger. He's just.
Oh, there's his head.
Yeah.
There's his head. All right, so did he do that?
Tiger head, yep. His function is a gunner, so he's good at shooting things, I guess, that's what that kind of is.
Oh.
He barrels through life with uncontrolled fury, as his text said. So he's kind of like just
Controlled. Yikes.
So those are his back, those legs will flip down. Yep.
I love the sounds it's making.
It's got ratchets on it, so that they can kind of lock in
I like
certain
that.
positions, which is a very common thing amongst a lot of those older guys.
Okay, so I got that.
Yeah.
I got his legs.
He's got a little tail that flips out there, too. So he
Oh,
has a little tiger tail. And you can flatten his feet. He's
Okay.
they're walking his tiptoes.
That's what my brother wanted to wear in our wedding, a tiger tail.
Tiger tail, yeah. So that's Rampage's beast mode. So again, it's a tiger. He's even got a working jaw.
Oh,
Because his
can I do
mouth
that?
can open a little bit
I
too.
like that.
Yeah.
No, you can see that, but I like it.
My recollection of the cartoon is that these guys mostly, by the time they showed up in the third season, which is so the third season was basically the last season. There was a really short fourth season. It was only 3 or 4 episodes long. These guys, I think, were in that too. But these guys mostly showed up long enough to do something in robot and beast mode, and then form Predaking. So that as far as their characterization goes in the cartoon,
So Rampage, you're saying didn't get a lot of lines on his own?
But
He is a thick boy. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah.
But as I alluded to earlier, the Predacons lent their name to the Beast Wars factions. When Beast Wars came out, all the bad guys were
they all
Predacons.
became Predacons.
And there was it wasn't really explained if that was like a direct tie-in or if it was just the people who designed the toys thought it sounded cool. Yeah, make him a robot. But later on in certain comic media, it was alluded to that these guys in the future formed the Predacons as a faction, naming them kind of after themselves, type of deal.
Okay. I don't know what the heck I'm doing.
Okay,
This
so
looks
the,
like
the
a head.
the tiger's head becomes his chest.
Okay. I see.
Okay.
I see this head.
Okay.
There's his head.
His arms pop out, and then they got little bitty stubby arms.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
his fist will pop out. See those little
Okay,
tabs there?
I do.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
See
Well,
those little orange tabs there?
I got
You
him.
can use those to kind of pop those out. There you go. So he's got little bitty tiny arms.
Boop. It's easier to do them from underneath. Boop. Okay. Yeah. So stubby little arms, thick body, stubby little arms. Did I get the legs right?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
And then he's got toes that flip out too.
Oh, you gotta get the toes out.
Yeah. Can you get them?
Yep. I will.
Maybe.
I promise you. In about 2 hours.
I don't believe it at this
In about
point.
2 hours, I'm gonna get the toes out. Oh, okay, got that one.
Got it.
All right, got it.
And then just to kind of make him look, you kind of flip these up to kind of get him out of the way, and then kind of form shoulders for him then too.
Yeah, that's a little more back.
His toes flip.
It flipped back. Sorry,
So that's
buddy.
Rampage. So one of 2 cats in the team, right? So next up we'll do this guy. I'm going to pull him up for you.
That's a nice solid figure. I like that.
Yeah. These guys were large. So they cost a lot more when you got them. So this one here is Dive Bomb.
Okay.
And he comes in 2 parts because it turns into a bird of prey.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to guess you pull this apart too to get this.
Yeah, you mean help you do that again?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Just kind of tilt them a little bit, and one usually will pop out. Like that.
All right. So first, we got to make him a bird, right?
Yes.
So that gun came off.
This is Predaking's gun, and Predaking's gun transforms to become the leader's gun by just flipping this around. So when we get the leader guy out, we'll do that later on too.
All right. I see a bird head.
So Rampage's name got reused in Beast Wars too. There was a crab character named Rampage who was like a really bad guy,
Okay.
This guy, Dive Bomb's name gets kind of sort of reused too a little bit in Beast Wars.
Is that right?
What's that?
Is that right?
Let's see.
That looks like a tail.
There's the bird
I got
head.
the beak.
Yeah.
I got the beak.
Is the tail going to hang on the bottom on the
No.
bird typically? So what do you think you need to do?
Maybe turn his waist.
There you go. Okay.
I got it.
And then he's got little claws.
Wow.
So if you want to, you can even kind of, well, maybe you can't. I thought you could. I guess you kind of stand like this and be on his legs like that. And then this clips on his back to become the wings. What am I doing wrong here? There we go. Had to snap it out a little bit there. So that's Dive Bomb. Dive Bomb is an aerial assault. He's characterized as he likes to make nests up high out of junk and other Transformers that he's destroyed, making a mecha nest out of that there. And then he'll stay up on high and kind of watch people and swoop down and attack them again. He's characterized as having a very sharp beak, even though the toy does not look like a sharp beak at all. Yeah.
Oh, look, his mouth opens.
Yep.
Okay.
And the mouth opens a little bit there.
All right.
Yep.
So now
you can leave the wings on now. The wings only come off to make Predaking, so the wings can stay on for robot mode.
I gotta turn his waist around again?
No, you want the tail to be in the back.
Okay. But it looks like these legs come down.
Yeah, they pivot down again. You get it. Can you get it?
Well, yes.
Here.
I'm going to. I'm going
yeah.
to. Give me a second.
Well,
you just take over.
Well, I don't want you to break it.
When have I ever done that?
Which has happened in this show before, if you've been watching. You've never done it on purpose. But anytime I see you struggle, I'm like, I'm going to step in before she does something.
And okay, I want people to
Those
see
pop
me.
out.
Oh, yeah, I want to see. Want people to see.
And then they
me do
extend. The arms extend.
Yeah.
This guy's got this guy's got better proportional arms than Rampage.
Okay. All right. So I see the little. There's a little knob.
But
there.
even the whole arm extends out there. See that black part that's being exposed?
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
Get this one out more. Boop.
So you're kind of pulling it this way as you're doing it. That's usually what's going to make it break. You're putting stress on it at a different angle than it's supposed to kind of go. And let's see, this one won't extend right because that's
not my fault that they made him so brittle.
There you go.
It's cool. I love that ratchet sound.
And this kind of this one kind of
there's his face.
He kind of pivots forward.
Oh, his head came up.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
That's kind of that there. Yep. That's dive bomb.
Dive bomb. Cool.
And that one, you can kind of fold his wings down a little bit if you want to make it a little easier, make him take up less room. All right. Well, next we'll go on to the legs. We'll do the rhinoceros.
Cool.
This is headstrong.
I was asking earlier if there was a hippopotamus.
There's not a hippopotamus, but there is a rhinoceros.
Okay.
He is a ground assault as his function, so you got to pull the foot off.
Okay.
Yep, that just goes off to the side like all those other parts that we don't use for anything again. All right.
All right. So
he's almost in rhinoceros mode. He's got to flip his head up.
Flip the head up.
Okay.
This looks like a leg.
No, the legs are in his chest. Those pull down.
Oh, he's very squat.
Yeah, they pull down.
Okay.
Okay. And then his back legs are folded up in the back here, so they need to kind of pull it out.
Like this?
And they can fold up and then around, I think, like that. They're inside the leg there. Can you get them out?
Well, let's see him.
Yeah, there we go. You got it.
Up and around?
Yep.
This one started coming out.
Yep. Flip them down.
Just like that?
Yeah.
That's all I do?
I think they lock into place together. They snap in. And then this
it's got to come together. I was like, that was a pretty long
fold it like that.
rhinoceros.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes a lot more sense than what I had.
Yeah.
It's a wiener rhinoceros. Okay.
That sounds gross. This guy likes to ram stuff with his head. He's with his horn, so he likes to just crash into things and destroy them with his horn like that. All right, so he is a ground assault, like I said. That's his function. So you want to make him into a robot?
Yeah, well, we're going to try.
The rhino's head just flips around, and he kind of goes back. It kind of gets out of the way. It's kind of can slide back and forth on the thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Then his head will pop up.
Oh, like, is this it here?
That little red thing there. This is a robot head, yep.
That's very tiny.
It is very tiny.
And very tiny.
And then the head kind of gets this backing up, so it kind of bulks the head up a little bit there.
Okay.
Those flow back into his chest again.
So they went.
You probably have to pull the legs out first. I think there's a mechanism that prevents it from doing that if the legs are folded up. You pull it out.
The legs back out.
Yep.
Those back
Those
in.
back up. Yep, you got it.
All right.
And then you got to find his feet are right there, so you just kind of fold that back like that.
Oh, that's pretty easy.
So it kind of gets it out of the way.
Now we got some arms.
Then his arms just fold down.
Oh, from up. Oh.
Yep. Boom.
There. Oh, look at that.
He's got normal size arms too.
And they come out. I like that. He's got elbows.
Yep. So some articulation for an old toy.
Okay.
All right.
Pretty
Lastly, for the limbs is Tantrum.
Oh, that's a great name.
He's a bull.
Boy, they were on
He's
their
a bull.
game.
Yep.
Oh, I like it.
He's a fueler. He carries fuel tanks on him to help refuel the other Decepticons in battle and stuff like that. Okay. He's also kind of, like, all these guys are just like forces of nature. They like to crash things and destroy things and blah, blah, blah. Yep, flip that around.
Like a bullhead.
Yep.
All right, I got the legs. That's got to be right.
Yeah, now pull those out like you did with yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Headstrong.
Okay, these come.
Yeah.
I see legs in here.
Those will fold down this time. Yep.
Somehow. Oh, here we go.
Yep. So he's got long legs, being kind of a bull type thing there, right?
Okay, and then I
And
bet
then
this
you
goes
fold the feet away so they're out of the way. They
like
fold
that?
down flat. Probably like that. Yeah.
Like that?
Yep, and then crush it in.
Okay. Does he have a tail? Do bulls have tails? I don't know.
Bulls do have tails, but he doesn't have a tail like that.
Okay.
He's just like this. I think it's. I don't recall there being any other tail. I guess maybe you can fold it up like that. That makes it look a little more clean, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. So these big pods on the side are supposed to be his fueling pods. But again, much like Headstrong, he likes to crash and run anything like your stereotypical bull. That's a bullfighting bull and stuff, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now I'll make him into a robot too.
Okay.
So pull everything out again.
All right.
Okay. Fold those legs back up again. Fold the feet down flat so they can not. Well, they're going to go flat on the table and they'll stand on it. It's like that.
So that was that his legs?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this flips up. The little thing in the front, like a chest piece that flips up. Just folds up flat, yeah.
And I know I already saw his head in here somewhere.
Yeah. It's like
There's his head.
Spinning around. Yeah.
There's his head.
These pods are his arms. So this kind of pop out and fold down. Yep.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
And then the legs will fold down flat onto his body too.
There's a lot going on here.
Can you get it without breaking it?
No, I'm a little nervous.
Can you do it then? It's ratcheted, so yeah, there you go.
All right, got it. All right. And then those go back
Those just
down.
fold down like that, yep.
All right. He's tall.
He's the tallest one as a result of that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that guy's supposed to be like that? He's supposed to be short?
He's a little short and squat.
Okay.
All right, so lastly we have the leader.
Does he lord it over him? Just tantrum?
He could be good.
What's this guy's name again? Butthead?
Headstrong.
Headstrong,
Yeah.
okay.
Butthead's good too.
Okay.
Yeah, and this would be Beavis.
All right. Anyway.
Lastly, we have the leader of the Predacons.
Yes.
Razorclaw. He turns into a lion.
Okay,
So
that's fine.
So you want to get the head of the Predaking off.
Sounds like a guy who wants people to think he's tough.
Yes.
All right.
He's known for being like he like waits till the last moment and then pounces and strikes. So he'll like be motionless. You think, oh, maybe he's sleeping or maybe he's dead. And then all of a sudden, boom! He jumps out and gets you.
Okay.
So.
Oh, he's a trickster.
He transfers almost the exact same way as Rampage. They share kind of some similar. Take the Predaking head off. Just pop it. Just slide it off.
How? Oh.
Just fold it. Just fold it right in.
Just fold it in.
Just fold it
in. I see a lion head here.
Okay, so just like with Rampage, you had to pivot the hips around.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips.
So the lion head is the is going to pivot around.
That's got to come up.
It's got just like with
like this.
Yeah, it's going to pivot and slide down. Yeah. Just
Oh
like that.
wow!
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
These are fun to transform.
Yeah.
This has been
the little arms will
blast.
fold in flat to the body, so just kind of push them in.
Push them in.
Like crunch them in. Yeah.
It's not working.
Maybe these got to be out. Yeah, they were in the way.
Oh, okay.
They were in the way.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
This is going to fold out out of the way as best you can. Yep.
Oh, he's upside down.
Yep.
His head's upside down.
Can you get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So there's his paws.
Fold the head out of the way a little more if we can, as best we can. I guess that's the best of it.
Yeah.
And then you need to bring his feet back just like you did with Razorclaw.
All right.
And he's got a little orange tail something there too.
Oh, and these come down. Look at that tail. Oh. That's cool. Is that supposed to be like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Predaking's waist piece, so it stays on the whole time, so it just kind of folds under. I guess it's his junk.
All right.
If you will.
Okay.
If you will. So Razorclaw, the leader,
Right.
so
there's Razorclaw, the leader.
again, no bigger than the other ones for once, but
Right.
it's still like that.
But
Okay,
these are substantial toys.
yeah,
These
die-cast metal. Should we make him in robot form real quick?
yes, but these they feel very sturdy, and I love the ratcheting. Okay.
Ratcheting is a double-edged sword sometimes because sometimes it'll get off over the years, and so like the part where it would lock in is actually not like straight up and down, so it becomes hard to pose them sometimes.
Oh.
But ideally, it's kind of a good thing. Yep, just like Rampage.
All right.
Yeah, he's got feet that clip those out too. You see them, little red things.
Ah, yes.
Little
See
toes.
those.
He's got toes.
Got toes.
Got toe-toes.
There's his
He's got the
toes.
toe-toes.
Okay, so that.
Now this becomes the chest piece again, just like you did with Rampage. Just kind of fold it down and slide it down. Yep.
And then here's the
comes
head.
up. Yep. And then he's got the worst arms of all of them.
Okay.
That's his arm. I mean, he's got a little fist that slides out. If you can get to it. I don't know if I can get
what
to
about
it.
those legs? The legs are still sticking out.
Oh, no, they're like that. Like,
Okay.
like a Rampage. He's got the worst arms.
Oh, those arms are
He's
terrible.
got the worst arms of anyone. His
Okay.
arms are like little bitty like things. Almost.
So what was the point of
It's
that?
just a matter of his engineering, I guess, to be able to make him be able to transform like they wanted to. That sacrifice had to be made. In this case, it was.
And
his
these are
arms.
super loose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boo.
And so his gun, which I said earlier, just fit on his shoulder.
Yeah.
You know, because he's not going to carry anything in his little stubby
Well,
hands.
shoot.
But,
They were all great until him.
Yeah.
It's kind of
well,
crummy.
and Rampage's got little bitty arms too, but his arms are worse.
His are better,
His are
though.
worse, yeah.
These are just, it's like,
Yeah.
they're not even, they're flips,
But
man.
these guys are consistently like people's favorites for. They're kind of middle for me. I
Yeah.
like them. They're pretty cool. Again, they're die-cast metal and impressive size for combiner pieces, right?
Oh, very much
You
so.
know, because if they had been anything else, he would have been much smaller as a final robot. There, yeah, he's gonna lean back a little bit.
Okay.
Just kind of wait. So we just did this, kind of counterweight him a little bit. Just kind of play with it a
So,
little bit.
Predacons, was this an original concept by Hasbro, or did this first come in Japan and then they remade them?
These definitely weren't Diaclone. I can tell that. So yeah, how that all worked after they ran through the back stock of pre-existing toys.
Yeah.
Then it was a little bit more of like Hasbro requesting something and having the people at Takara design and build it for them. I think it's kind of how that worked. And then sometimes it would go the other way. Like Takara would say, "Hey, we're making this," and Hasbro would say, "Yeah, we'll sell that in America," or "No, we won't." Which is why you have certain toys that only came out in Japan. Ultimately.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
And there are certain toys that came out in America that the Japanese didn't get.
Yeah.
So somewhere there's a Japanese guy just like me who's trying to get all the American stuff
Yeah.
because it wasn't sold in his country, So, and those are probably more expensive for him as well, or her.
I was just curious because it's interesting that this was one toy.
Yeah.
Predacons made Predaking. They were
Uh-huh.
one little toy set. But then when Beast Wars came about, that's what they made.
They chose to make the bad guys instead of Decepticons, Predacons.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they reborrowed this
Yeah.
name. Some of the names got reused
Yeah.
again for other characters. There was a Razor Claw later on.
I remember Razor Claw. Yeah.
So there were some of these names got recycled, but they weren't necessarily supposed to be the same character. Like Rampage
Yeah.
was a crab. It wasn't supposed to be this tiger guy. The Razor Claw wasn't supposed to be this guy necessarily,
It was a great idea.
Tantrum was the only one I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
never got named, didn't get recycled. Dive Bomb I think got recycled at least once.
Definitely reused.
I'm not sure if
Tantrum.
Headstrong got
That was a
recycled
great
or-
name for a bad guy.
Especially like he's like stomping like
I
a bull, throwing
know.
a tantrum, and he's gonna come charge
I
at you. So yeah, you can
know.
almost see it coming.
Yeah.
But for their size,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure this came in a gift set too. It might have been only like Japanese, maybe only the ones that had a gift set, because with these guys being big, a gift set
Yeah.
would have been pretty high priced.
No kidding.
Having all 5 in the same box. So you would have bought each of these for sure for the most part separately. So you would have had to collect
Yeah.
them. If there was a gift set in America, I'll find it. I'll put it on the screen.
So,
But
are any of these original? Did you get these as
these,
a kid?
no,
Or did
I
you
never
get them
owned
all
any of
online?
these as a kid. In
Okay.
fact, I didn't even know anyone that owned any of these as a kid. I had to
Oh.
acquire these
You acquired them all separately.
either at conventions or eBay.
Yeah.
You name it.
Do you remember
over
what
time.
your first one was? You found?
I think the first one I got was Razor Claw.
Yeah, started with the middle. Huh?
Yeah. I can't remember when I got the other ones for sure necessarily. I think I might have got them all kind of like as a set at one point like that. But one thing I do know about these guys is as far as some of my toys go, these guys are some of my ones that are relatively in the worst shape. They've got a lot of sticker problems. I'm missing a fair amount
Yeah.
of stickers on these guys.
I can see that.
Yeah,
But
and I'm missing a lot of the weapons. I have a few
Yeah.
other weapons. I have a few other
Yeah.
individual handguns. I can't remember which one goes to whom off the top of my
bet
head.
you can make new ones.
Yeah, but with 3D printing and stuff like that, some of
Yeah.
that stuff's getting a lot easier.
But I remember you searching out and spending a lot of money just for one weapon and a
But this will
box
show
on
up on the screen when I showed all these other
Yeah.
ones here. But one thing that's kind of cool about Predaking is his pieces, at least some of these pieces, have the ability to go on their animal modes.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can put this on the back of Tantrum.
Yeah.
It becomes, it's not just toes, it becomes like big cannons too, right? So they do double duty. This goes on the back of Headstrong to be able to become cannons that he can shoot too.
Shoot the bullets out of
Yeah.
your toes.
The only thing I don't think he has
Notice
anywhere to
that
go when
coming.
he's in beast mode is Predaking's head.
Yeah.
But whatever. Now, these guys have gotten love over the years again in many different ways. Most of the time they've been brought out as single figures. Like there would be like a Rampage figure, like I said. Beast Wars not counting, right? Or Razor Claw, we get a figure. There was a collection exclusive Razor Claw that came out one year. So they've kind of had some redos over the years, but they've been kind of few and far between until they had the Power of the Primes toy line that came out in the mid 2010s, right? And so they had as a gift set There's the only way you can buy this one.
Jeez
This is
Louise, this is
the
like
more modern version.
This is the size of a baby.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So starting.
Oh my God, that's got to be 5 pounds, 7 pounds,
Probably,
maybe.
yeah. So starting in
my
2014, every year since, there's not been any exceptions. There's always been like a big transformer that comes
Yeah.
out around the end of the year. Not necessarily the holidays, but close enough to call it a holiday
Yeah.
toy, right? And so you have been nice enough to usually get that figure for me if it's one that I actually want. There's been a couple that I passed on over the years, but Predaking was one of the third or fourth one that came out after that.
And is that 5 figures?
It's all 5 figures.
Wow.
Just kind of reimagined, done with more articulation. He's got fingers that can
color,
move,
yeah.
but it's still the same 5
Yeah.
guys. There's the rhino head,
You can
the
actually shake
bull
hands
head,
with this guy.
Rampage on the side, and they've got a lot more better design
Does his
schematics.
mouth open?
Little bit.
Ah, sure
Yeah, it
does.
Yep. He's got these guns on the shoulder, which the original Predaking really didn't have. So, but he's kind of shown with that in like art and stuff like that a lot. It's a really cool figure. I've got him, as you watched my last episode. He's on my train table fighting Omega Supreme.
as
So
he should
they're
be.
kind of going at each other. So we're not going to take this one apart. Obviously, this one will be one for a future episode. But I just wanted to show you that Predaking has been redone before. The other thing about Predaking, real quick, and I'll mention this the last thing before we go to our adult beverage for the night, is that in the Transformers Prime cartoon toy line, the Predacons were also used as a toy, as like a sub-faction. But instead of being just the bad guys for the series, they were like evolutionary throwbacks. They all turned into like prehistoric, like dragon-type creatures like that, right? Ooh. And the leader of them was a guy who wasn't a combiner, it's an individual guy named Predaking. So the Predacons was led by the Predaking, which I thought was kind of cool. And his big homage was that he was primarily orange and yellow like this too.
Yeah.
But otherwise had no relation except for that name.
Yeah. Interesting color scheme.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Not necessarily scream animal, but at least there's
No.
there's a unifying there's a
At least
unifying
you can tell they all
presence
together.
to
You
them
can
and
tell they're a
stuff.
team.
Yeah. All right,
I
so
know.
what are we going to talk about now?
Well, so a couple weeks ago, we featured some beers that Dave brought back from a trip he took to Virginia Beach. So I thought we could talk a little bit about a spirit that you brought back from Virginia Beach.
As I mentioned, if you watched that episode a couple episodes ago, I went to Virginia Beach for a conference, and while I was there, I went and hit every brewery that I could walk to easily from my hotel/convention center. So we talked about Aslan and Vibrant Shore, but also found a distillery that was pretty close by called Chesapeake Bay Distillery, and I was able to try some of their stuff too. So Noel, what did you find out about Chesapeake Bay Distillery while I go grab the actual product for
just
tonight?
a little bit from their website. So Chesapeake Bay Distillery calls itself Virginia's first double gold craft spirits distillery. And they say we produce craft spirits that don't need a mixer. Although they have lots of cocktails that they've created that you can try there. They're very much about clean spirits. They say that distilling isn't, some people think that you got to distill to get things as pure as possible, but they're really about achieving a certain flavor profile just by working in micro batches and controlling the quality of the ingredients.
Cool.
So that's what's very key to them. The chief distiller is Chris Richardson, or as he calls himself, the master distiller. He's been producing craft spirits for 17 years.
Cool.
So it says here that he has helped with other brands such as Dr. Stoner's and Mutiny Vodka, and now he is producing his own at Chesapeake, and they've earned a higher average for double gold medals, more than any other distillery in Virginia. And they say instead of importing and then redistributing, as a lot of distillers do, they make Virginia spirits, Virginia spirits for Virginians using Virginia ingredients.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Now, right now on their website, they're featuring their December cocktails, but you in November. And it looks like you tried the apple pie. Mm-hmm. It looks like you had a cocktail flight.
So I'll jump in here real quick and just tell you what it was like. So it's kind of a small building, and most of the building was taken up with the distilling equipment. Okay. But they had a little bar area where you could do tastings and stuff like that, right? And like a lot of places in the South, I've noticed when we go down south, a lot of times it's like they would rather sell you mixed drinks.
Right.
I don't know if it's like certain laws depending on whether it's Virginia or Tennessee or like we've encountered that before where it's like if they want to sell it to you straight up, usually there's got to be some sort of thing along with like you have to get a flight or something like that. Otherwise,
they want to sell you the bottle.
Yeah,
you have
they
to
want
buy
to
the
sell you the
bottle.
bottle.
They don't want to sell it to you.
So when I went there, they had 2 different flight options. One was like a cocktail flight using some of the different ones, and they have different ones each month, as you're ready to allude to. And then you could get a flight of some of their just straight up spirits that they had, and they had different flavors, as you mentioned. And so I was able to try both. So the cocktail flight you're going to mention was what?
Well, let's see. Looks like you had apple pie, salted caramel. The Wandering Rascal, which had rum in it, the spiced cranberry margarita.
What they have in December of 2025? You had that.
Let's see. What for December? They have Christmas lemon drop, elfin screwdriver, Maryberry, vanilla mint colada, fire and fruit, and mistletoe margarita. Okay. I was trying to get to. They have 5 basic products.
Yes.
They have a vodka.
Blue Ridge vodka, which is what we're going to be trying here in a minute.
They have ghost pepper infused vodka.
Which I had that as part of my tasting.
Yeah, what did you think of it?
I was really nervous because ghost peppers have a reputation, right? But they told me that it's mostly the flavor without the heat, and that was pretty much true. Yes, there's some heat. It's not like you get it and it's just pure flavor, but it wasn't like you took a sip of this vodka and you had the burn from the alcohol followed by the burn from the peppers. You know, there was more of a kind of a little sizzle on the back end. It was actually pretty good.
That's cool.
I really debated, like, do I bring that home or do I bring home this? And I erred on the side of caution because you're not very food adventurous sometimes. And I figured
I am booze adventurous.
The basic vodka would probably be the one that would probably be the easiest sell to bring it home, you know. So
I burned him with the pecan whiskey one time. So
that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
They've actually got 2 different kinds of rum.
I'll take your word for it. Okay.
The base rum there, they've got a spice rum, which I was able to try that in my flight too. They've got a lemon liqueur, like a limoncello type thing, right? And they've got a ghost pepper tequila.
Okay.
And then they had a few others too, like
they're all clear liquids though. They didn't do any brown distilling.
Well, the spice rum was brown.
Okay, but I mean they don't have
nothing
any kind
aged,
of bourbon.
Nothing aged like that. No bourbon.
Okay, no bourbon, no rye.
If you go back to the pictures there on your screen, and the pictures I showed up for you, scroll through them a little bit. There's a picture that shows like on the wall the different like the spirits.
Okay.
Keep going. There it is.
Oh yeah, okay.
So you see they've got some other ones that are like herbal type things. I can't remember what those are called. Those are all those ones you're looking at there on the right side of your screen there. Okay. But yeah, so they've got lots of varieties. I guess is the point of showing you this. And they do some fun things with making cocktails of theirs. And when you get this will be on the screen, but when you get like the cocktail of the month menu, you can get like 4. You know, but there's usually way more than 4 to try, so you got to make some choices. You know, you can't you can't try everything. You know.
What was a pour? Was it a 2 ounce or a 1 ounce pour?
It was like a little bit less than a shot, I think. Okay. Because otherwise it was a lot. You know, it's 4 shots right at once. So it was slightly smaller, but you know, it wasn't too bad. It was generous for a flight, and the cocktails were slightly smaller than a typical cocktail too, for that same reason. No food there that I saw. At least when I was there, they weren't serving any food. I'm pretty sure they don't. I never saw anybody in there when I was there at the time with food at all. But you can pop in, try a little bit. They've got really short hours for the most part. Like they're open just in the evenings for like it's about 4 or 5 hours.
And it doesn't look like they're open 2 out of the days of the week.
But if you're in downtown Virginia Beach, definitely go check them out if you want to have stuff that's made locally, which is always really cool. Yeah. This is fun getting home too because as I alluded to in our last episode about Virginia Beach, I was so dumb thinking, well, I know I can't put this in the regular mail, but I'll just ship it through UPS. No, I couldn't, so I had to wrap this bottle up.
This is learn, kids.
And very carefully put it in my luggage and stuff. But so this is their basic vodka, the spirits of the Blue Ridge. Yeah.
And it says on here it's 100% neutral spirits distilled from corn.
So it's corn vodka.
Yeah. Now
the whole thing about vodka being from potatoes, that's more of an urban legend more than anything, right? It can be made from potatoes, but it's not like it has to be.
There's no rules.
Vodka is essentially just a neutral spirit.
Right.
Yeah. So you can distill from almost any grain or whatever you want to.
So here's I would like to know what makes it different from moonshine, though. Because moonshine is corn. So.
Well, this doesn't have a corn. I mean, there's a little bit of corn there. And maybe I'm just because I'm thinking about it now. But mostly it's just that clear, crisp, vodka flavor.
I mean, crisp is the right word, but when I smell this, I'm just going to have to say it smells like rubbing alcohol. I mean, that's the thing. The aroma is not like, this is going to be very good.
I've been told the best vodkas taste like nothing. This has some flavor to it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that means automatically it's not the best vodka, but I like it. I enjoy it.
Well, I want it to have a flavor.
Yeah.
What if you felt like if it tastes like water? What's the point?
Yeah.
No, that you hit the nail on the head. It is very crisp, and it has like this great mouth and nose feel when you sip it in. Kind of have like this little plume that goes up through your nose. It's very pleasant.
But I'm like you mentioned, when you make whiskey, like moonshine whiskey with corn, there's definitely kind of a corn-esque.
Yeah, there's no corn flavor in this. There's if that wasn't on the bottle, I would not know this was made with corn.
So there's got to be some part of the distilling process where they filter that out or something.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, this is not. You would not think this. That is a vodka. Ooh, I really like it. Yeah, this is a vodka that I can just sip. I would not need this mixed in anything. Yeah. It is very good.
But as I can attest, it is good mixed in other things.
Yeah. Do you remember what your favorite cocktail was?
The red one.
Okay, so that was the margarita, I believe. Right there?
Yeah.
It was the spiced cranberry margarita. It was tequila with smoked ghost pepper.
That creamy
cranberry
one.
Juice, lime, and triple sec.
The creamy one was really good, though, too. That was the second one.
That would be the salted caramel, the white.
That was really good, too.
Okay, and that was Blue Ridge vodka, Curio coffee liqueur, and then they put caramel syrup and half, and Italian sweet cream. No wonder you loved it.
That was very. It was like
That's how you.
I say that for last and drink it like like it's my dessert cocktail.
Yeah.
But I had the cocktails first and then the straight up spirits second. It was the way I did it when I was there. You could probably go any way you want. Obviously, they don't make you drink it a certain way. But anyway,
that is really good. I don't think I'd want. I mean, when I do a martini, I prefer gin. Mm-hmm. And I almost wouldn't.
The way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, but I almost wouldn't want. I mean, you obviously can make them with vodka too, but I almost wouldn't want to put anything in this. I don't. This is a really delicious flavor. Yeah, I don't know if I would want to, distort that with
you were
with olive brine.
Concerned when you thought it was corn, but now you've turned your.
I'm not concerned at all. I didn't think I was concerned. I wasn't concerned. No, I'm just saying, when you smell it, it doesn't smell like you're going to enjoy it, and then when you drink it.
Well, it's because just like there's not a lot of there's not a lot of botanicals, not a lot of herb things in this. Like the flavor, there's a bit of a sweetness, sweet and of alcohol is the flavor. Yeah. So I think as a result of that, you don't really smell sweet.
Yeah, but it's
so
the mouthfeel.
You smell alcohol.
It's a mouthfeel, and it's a crisp, pleasant feel that just wafts through, and I love that.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's outstanding.
Well, I'm glad I was able to bring it back for us to be able to try.
If this was chilled
unfortunately,
too,
we did not just open this tonight. We've been sipping on it since I brought it back several weeks ago, but we wanted to try it in front of you guys here for our show tonight. So thank you for indulging us as we try this again. And if you get a chance to go to Virginia Beach, make sure you visit all those places. And there's even a few more. There's a few places I just couldn't get to in Virginia Beach. So Virginia Beach in 2025 has a pretty good craft beer and distilling scene. And so if you get a chance to go, you should go check out everybody you can, So as we get ready to wind things down, is there anything you wanted to ask me about as we kind of wind down the year?
Well, as we're getting closer to 2026, do you have any Transformers resolutions? Is there a Transformer that is at the top of your list to acquire in the new year?
Well, as I alluded to, every year there's a big one. So this was the big one from I think 2018 or something like that. I have to go back and double check on that one, but it doesn't matter. The big one this year is a redo of Battlestar or Star Optimus Prime or Star Convoy as he was known in Japan. It was originally a Japanese only exclusive version of Convoy, which was what the Japanese called Optimus Prime. So the theme of the toys that are currently out this year is called Age of the Primes. And so they're all homages to classic figures, but they're also making sure that every of the 13, which we've done a show about the 13, is getting their a redo figure. So when we did that show on the 13 figure, they're all little tiny guys, right? Now they're getting full-size, regular, transformable figures that represent the original 13 Transformers that Prime has created to help defeat Unicron. And so they've got most of those guys out now. And Star Convoy, or Star Optimus Prime, is one of the 13. Optimus Prime is canonically the 13th Prime, who gets his memory wiped so he can kind of live again as a regular bot and kind of rise up to the ranks and become the leader again type of thing. So yeah, I hope I get that one this year. That'd be definitely one that's high on my list. As far as what's coming out next year, there's a lot of cool stuff coming out again. It's a good time to be a Transformers collector, especially if you're an adult collector, because the stuff that's in the store that's for kids is cool, but the stuff that's for adults, if you've been doing this for a while, is really, really cool right now. You know, chef's kiss.
Awesome. Do you have any questions for me?
Do you have any beer or other spirits wish list for this year, for this coming year?
Well, my wish is to try to hit as many Southern Illinois breweries as we can. Because as you know, it's not a great time for people who enjoy the craft beer. There's a real contraction in the industry. Thanks, Gambit. Or thanks, Ronan. I just called him our old dog's name. I guess this vodka's stronger than I realized. But
3 dogs ago.
So I'm hoping that I can go with you and my friends to try some of these places on the Missouri side and the Illinois side, and continue to be an advocate for these places that are making great craft beers. So.
And plus, as long as there's people still making stuff, we'll have places to go, so we can keep doing this show.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, we haven't even scratched the surface. There's so many places we haven't gone just in Southern Illinois alone. So
yeah, so that's what I hope for. If I had a Christmas wish list.
And if we go whenever we go on a vacation this summer, wherever that is, I want to be able to find a fun place with you and bring back those stories for BeerFormers.
Yes. It's unfortunate that I had to go somewhere without Noel, and so it's kind of like me talking about it from my memory without you being there. So
cool,
it's whatever.
I lived it through you.
But our first episode of 2026 will be a place we went to together, so that's really cool. Place in St. Louis. All right, so as we're here to wind things down, if you'd like to know more about the Predacons and Predaking, the couple places you can go to, the two I always mention all the time are tfwiki.net. That's a Transformers wiki. Great information. Anything you want to know about Transformers. I also like to name drop Chris McFeely, who's got a channel on YouTube called The Basics On. He's got one about Predaking for sure. And he talks about all the different Predacons / Predaking, as I just kind of barely touched on it. He'll kind of go a lot more in depth. So that's a great video to check out that as well. But if you'd like to know more about any other Transformer that we haven't covered yet, please drop us a line. Say, hey, why don't you show this toy, and we'll be happy to do it. If I have it, if you name one that I don't have, then that'll be kind of fun too.
Even if you have to take the glass off of the case.
Even if I have to take the glass off the case.
Wow, that sounds good.
Yep.
And if there's any beer or spirit that you love that's local to you and you want us to try it, drop us a line down below.
But as we finish up here in 2025, thanks you again for sticking with us and watching all of our shows and all the sips that we do about the new the shorts that we do.
Always putting up with me. Is she going to break it or not? So far tonight,
but again,
I did okay.
Hit all the buttons. Tell your friends and family, neighbors about us. Subscribe. We'd like to get about 400 before 2026.
Oh my gosh, that's a great goal.
That's only 6 more to go.
Good resolution, Dave. I like it.
But as we like to say here as we wind down, please play responsibly and drink responsibly. And thanks for checking us out here on BeerFormers.
When it's the right.
Cheers!